what's happened to this country, the stupidity, the fact that maybe in a way one of the most important things, we're not respected anymore in the world. They laugh at us. They think this guy, and again, I would have never talked about him with this disrespect until they indicted me. Once they indicted me, I said, I mean, it can't happen. And they indicted me for nothing. They indicted me for criticizing the election. They indicted me for things, and virtually every legal scholar you read says, how can it happen? They got me in New York, where my company turned out to be a great company instead of a bad company. They indicted me because they said I inflated numbers, and my numbers, it turned out, were extremely conservative, just the opposite of what, and now they don't know what to do. And the judge is being made to look, he's a radical left person, and he actually accused me of something before the trial started. And now it's sort of coming home to play. We'll see what happens, but it's a disgrace. So when they did that, and you know, they're using state people like this AG, Letitia James, she's a disaster. No, she's a disaster. She's grossly incompetent. What she does is, and she campaigned for a year. I will get Trump, I will get him, I will get, knowing nothing about me. Her whole campaign, many candidates, she got a few votes, and it was more than anybody else. She becomes the Attorney General of New York, right? And she campaigned on this, didn't know a thing about me, and then gets witnesses that have now been, they lied. The one witness, their star witness, he lied so badly, they don't even know what's going to happen. He totally made up the story, and he admitted it. It was a Perry Mason moment. At the end, where Perry Mason, do you mean? And then some guy walks into the courthouse, he looks, he goes, oh, I did it, I killed him, I killed him. And that's the end of the show. I had that live in New York last week. The star witness against me lied and then said all the things that he said about me are false. Can you believe it? So we say, we want a directed verdict. I won't give that to you. The whole thing is crazy. But you know what? The people get it. And that's why our poll numbers are high. I'm the only person in history that got indicted that saw about a 30% rise in my poll numbers. Usually, you know, we were doing fine before. Usually you get indicted, you're a politician, you get indicted, and about within 5 minutes you're at a microphone. I've decided I will go home to my family, and I will be with my family, and I will fight for my name and my reputation. Okay, you know, all that. And that's the end. That's the last time you ever hear from the poor person. With me, it's like, I said, how are we doing? Sure, your poll numbers went up 14 points today. You know why? Because I explain it to people, and they get it. This is a political opponent hitting his political opponent. And it's never happened in this country before. It has happened in many other countries, third world nations, banana republics. But the people get it. I mean, I have a judge in Washington, D.C., who put a gag order on me. I cannot speak. So if the fake news asks me a question about like something, I cannot speak. I'm sorry. How do you think that would be in a campaign? You're watching, what do you think about the campaign? I'm sorry, I can't comment. She put a gag order. Then it's been taken off by the appellate division. But you got to count. But think of it. They do things like this, but she sets a trial date. This could not be. One day before Super Tuesday. Now, you know, Super Tuesday is a big day. Now, to me, the big day is Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, Nevada. Because I think this whole thing might be, you know, we're up about 42 points here. We're up 44 points in Iowa, I think 44 points something. How can the farmers vote against me? I got them $28 billion from China. Nobody else would have done that. I got the farmers of Iowa, Nebraska, Wisconsin, all these states, $28 billion because they were abused by China for so many years. I said, what was the number to Sonny Perdue, Commissioner of Agriculture in the United States, under me, good guy. He said about 28 billion. I got the money from China out of the tariffs that I got, which was many times that number. I took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China. I gave our farmers $28 billion. Nobody can believe it. Then my people say, please don't be so arrogant about it. I say, what's arrogant? I got them 28. They're not going to vote against me, and that's exactly what's turning out.